How do I feel about drinking? Okay, so in context, I was talking about the fact that sin separates man from God, and that's what we were talking about. And then you asked, how do I feel about drinking? Now, I'm assuming that if you're asking about it, you're probably feeling somewhat convicted, at which point I would say, if you feel convicted about it, then don't do it. Now, Paul talks in the Bible. He says, don't just drink water anymore. Drink wine sometimes for your stomach's sake. He was talking about somebody who had an ailment, okay? But there is clearly, Jesus turned water into wine. And there are places where I suppose it's appropriate to drink alcohol. I'm not a hater. I'm not judging anybody. Here's my problem. Some people drink till they get drunk. Some people drink till they pass out. Some people drink till they're felons. All the people I know are the last ones. Everybody I know, including myself, has destroyed their life from drinking and doing drugs. You never hear the story, my life was in the toilet and I started drinking and doing drugs and it went uphill from there. You never hear that story. And so when I was 16, I got sober. It's been 34 years now, and I will not touch it. I will not touch alcohol. I will not touch drugs. I will not touch tobacco at all. I won't. That is something that is dead to me in my life. Anybody else who does it, I'm like, that's your business. That's between you and God. I'm not going to say a word about it. If you ask me, I think it's better if you don't. That's my opinion. There's no reason why I would have to do that, okay? And so for the rest of my life, I've committed that I'm not going to touch it, not one time, because if I do, I know where I could be because I've been there before. And so I don't know if that's really the answer that you're looking for, but in my opinion, let's just say that even if I could handle it, right? Even if I was just like, oh, I just want one or two or whatever in the world, right? Even if I could handle it, I feel like I would be setting a bad example for other people that then, who were maybe in a weaker spot, would go, well, he's doing it, so it's okay for me to do it. And next thing you know, they would go down a slippery slope and end up in a bad place. And so I don't want to have that on me. Years ago, I owned a music venue and I refused to sell alcohol. And everybody's like, you can do it. This is how venues make money or whatever. And I'm like, I don't want that on my conscience. I just don't. I know that I'm a good salesman and I will sell whatever's there. And I will probably encourage people to drink more than they should. And I don't want to have some drunk driving accident on my conscience. I don't want some guy that beats his wife or his kids on my conscience. I don't want people's DUIs and their criminal records and all that on my conscience. I just don't want to be a part of it. So although I'm around people that drink all the time and I don't say anything unless they ask, if you're asking me how I feel about drinking, I completely avoid it.